what's going on, LFA TV? This is your boy Luis, and as always, thanks for tuning in to another episode. Last week we worked on the harness. This week, like I said, we're gonna try to work on my fuel tank. So, got the fuel tank right there. I'm gonna go ahead and get it loaded to the truck, and I'm gonna head down over to Cody's house, and we're gonna try to tackle that so that could finally go up into the car and we don't have to worry about the fuel system anymore and just worry about the rest of the wiring harness. So let's go. Alright guys, we just pulled up to Cody's house. We're gonna end up working on the fuel tank just so we could I could finally put that thing up, because it's been giving me a headache for a little while now, more than I would like to admit. But just to show you guys have seen this car before. It was on a previous video, a meet. This was the turbo SC300 NAT. He has the same turbo that I'm gonna be running on the Supra basically. And yeah, if you guys aren't familiar, this guy's over here famous. If you guys would know the 2JZ CIVIC on YouTube, he kind of worked on pretty much, was it all of it or most of it?
A lot of it.
A lot of the wiring harness and ECU and getting that thing going, setting up a lot of the sensors and stuff like that. So if you guys want to check that out, some of his work, pretty cool. But he's getting ready to put this thing back together and make more power this time. Oh, he's upgraded transmissions. That's what I remember.
Yeah, T56 Magnum and twin disc clutch. So
we're just talking about that. The T56 from the outside, just in sizing, doesn't look that much different from the R154, but obviously the gear set, huge difference. He has this cool shifter. This is pretty dope. It's all gonna be going on this year, so stay tuned for that. So it should hold a lot more power. Full send this time. But enough talking, let's get this thing going. So the bracket on the hanger was cut. It was initially hitting the bottom of the tank, so it was preventing from the holes on top of the hanger to line up to the tank. So that was cut right there, and it was just remade down at the bottom. See, that big old part was the one that was kind of touching at the bottom of the tank, so wasn't lining up properly. Little piece taken off, and we're gonna test fit right now. Alright guys, fuel tank is good to go now. There's just a couple extra washers that I gotta go buy and put this hose back inside, and she's ready to go back up in the car. So that's exciting, something else that was done. Alright guys, if you guys remember, I made an extra hole on the top because at the time I was having trouble figuring out how the hell I was gonna fit the hanger to the fuel tank, but that is sorted out now. The problem is that now I have an extra hole on top of the hanger. So a cool way that Cody kind of thought of was, you know, how come you just put another fitting like this on this side like that, and then you put a cap on it. And then I went ahead and I bought some nylon washers, a couple more nuts, and that way in the future, if I ever just hypothetically want to add another fuel pump to it on this side, I could do that, and I already have the line or the fitting that goes there. So that was something positive that came out of that situation. But for the time being, this 525 should be plenty for what my power goal is on the 7M. And if you're wondering what the power goal is, it's around 600 to 650 reliably. I don't want to be pushing it. Could it handle more? We don't know. We're gonna find out on the dyno, I guess. But let me go ahead and put this back together and get ready to finally put it in the fuel tank. Alright guys, so this is how it's gonna look. You know, not the prettiest, but we're gonna see how it works out. So just time to set it in. The good thing, like I said about that cap, is that if I ever want to add another pump, it's there and ready to go. So there it is. We also got a new OEM gasket. We're gonna throw on some new hardware so it doesn't look as ugly as those. And yeah. Alright guys, so this is gonna be a couple of times trial and error. As you guys can see here, I left my return line uncut just because I didn't know exactly how it was gonna fit once it was mounted up to the chassis. So as you guys can see here, I gotta adjust that fitting right there, because the best way for it to fit is actually pointing this way. So I could cut this one to length and then have it connect like that. So just trial and error. I gotta take it back down, adjust those fittings, and just go on from there. Alright, so I measured the return line, and then I'm gonna put the last fitting, pretty much put it on, and put it on the return line for the fuel tank, and that should be done, guys. Now I don't know if this is right, but putting these fittings on that part sometimes could be a little pain in the butt. So what I do is just grab a tiny bit of oil and then just kind of rub it on the outside like this, and then press the fitting on. It helps a lot. So, and then what I do, obviously I already pushed it back, but you know, I get a socket that's about the same size of the head, and then I basically push all the way down, because I want to be able to cut maybe about that much off so I could put the fitting on right there, and then push everything together, and then pretty much screw it on so it creates a tight seal. Alright guys, so we got the new hardware on, so that looks a lot nicer. We got the feed and return labeled, just for to when I put the tank up I know what is what, because other than that, other than the F and the R, both of those fittings look the same, so it would be kind of hard to tell what's what. But as far as that goes, yeah, that's done. Yeah, buddy. Alright guys, so that right there officially closes the chapter on the fuel system because that is finally done. Thank goodness. It gave me some battles, man, but perseverance, and we got her done. So that's pretty much it, guys, for fuel system. Next video, we're going to be working once again on electrical, so basically my harness. So as always, guys, thanks for tuning in to another video. That was officially the fuel system done. Jeez, I'm freaking bright. But yeah, fuel system is finally done, thank God. We got a few more things to go, but the Supra is coming along. I'm very motivated right now, so I want to tackle this thing. I ordered a bunch of more stuff that has to do with the harness that's coming in by the end of the week. So hopefully, you know, COVID shipping right now is kind of messing things up. But hopefully everything is here by the end of the week. So me and Cody could do another session in the wiring so we could finish explaining. And I could also learn myself in the process of, you know, finishing everything up. So as always, thanks for tuning in, guys. And if you guys are new to the channel, please consider subscribing. If you guys have any questions, I'm not a professional, but I'm always glad to help in any way that I can or in the things that I have learned. So as always, thanks guys. Thanks for tuning in. Stay tuned for the next video. Peace.